Katrina Hunt, and today's VIS, Very Important Scientist of the Day, is Marie Curie.
Thank you for having me.
Tell us a little bit about yourself. When were you born, and what was your childhood like?
I was born on November 7th, 1867 in Warsaw, Poland. My real name is Maria Sklodowska. People called me Mania, which was my nickname. My mother passed away when I was 11 from tuberculosis. It was a tough time, but my family and I managed to get through it.
I am sorry to hear about your mother. Were you always interested in math, physics, and chemistry?
I was always interested in my father's job. He was a math and physics instructor. I would find myself reading books about physics, chemistry, and math in my spare time.
What was your next step that helped you become the amazing scientist you were?
Well, for starters, girls weren't allowed at the University of Warsaw, so I had to save up to go to one that accepted girls. I chose the Sorbonne in Paris. I was enrolled at the university in 1891, and I decided to change my name to Marie.
What happened to you after you finished college?
I was lucky enough to work in a lab, which is where I met Pierre. He was a scientist too.
Did you and Pierre have any children?
Yes, we had our first daughter, Irene, in September of 1897. Our second daughter, Eve, was born a few years later.
What did you discover?
Well, I first discovered two radioactive elements. The element I discovered was polonium, which I named after my native country, Poland. I also discovered radium.
Did you discover anything else?
I discovered the connection between radioactivity and X-rays. I also discovered how the elements I discovered helped X-rays become more useful.
Did you win any awards?
I became the first woman to win a Nobel Prize when I won it in 1903 for physics. Then in 1911, I became the first scientist to win two Nobel Prizes when I won the second one in chemistry. Sadly, Pierre wasn't there to see me win the second prize. He passed away on April 19th, 1906. He fell in front of a horse-drawn wagon, and his head was ran over. He was killed instantly.
I'm so sorry to hear about Pierre's tragic story. But that's amazing that you were the first scientist to win two Nobel Prizes. Were either of your girls inspired by you to become a scientist?
My daughter Irene became a scientist. She and her husband won the Nobel Prize in 1935 for the discovery of artificial radioactivity.
Now, were you still around when she won her Nobel Prize?
No, I passed on July 4th, 1934 from aplastic anemia, which can be caused by long exposure to radiation, but I lived a great life.
You certainly changed the world. Because of your discoveries, there have been treatments or cures to certain diseases and possibly finding a cure to cancer in the future. From medical uses to luminous lights, your discoveries have helped build a foundation for future discoveries and inventions dealing with radioactivity. Well, it looks like that's all the time we have for today. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me.